Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Waltart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. And today is our weekly Wednesday and it is starting the first Wednesday of October is our 12 weeks before Christmas, 12 weekly Wednesdays before Christmas. So I promise that all Wednesdays starting in the first Wednesday of October, which don't ask me that date because I honestly don't remember. I do know that today is November 3rd. I was up very early this morning so that we could go vote right away this morning. And yeah, so go vote. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that because we're going to talk about crafting today. So we are going to make two projects today. One is a Christmas card. And we're going to use the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set. We're also going to use the Postage punch. And here's the envelope. We're going to decorate the envelope. So here's the card and here's the envelope. So we got that. Super cute, super easy. I like easy Christmas cards, especially if you have a lot of them to make. Easy Christmas cards are, let's get this done. Okay, so that's our Christmas card we're going to make today. But then we're going to make something else, and we are going to make a little gift card slash treat holder because you could do both in it or one or the other. So we're going to use these little rectangle tins that are on page 55 of the catalog, which I will show you that in a minute because I'm going to put you guys down here. And actually, I'm going to put you down right now so we can show you that. Okay, so on page 55 of the catalog, the Christmas holiday August through December mini catalog, this is where you find them. They're $12 and you do get 4 of them in a pack. And inside my tin, oh, we got a glare. Hold on, let me shut that off. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, so inside my tin here, I'm going to open this up because I have a gift card in here and I have 2 little fun-sized chocolates. Now you can put whatever you want in there. I mean, I could have actually stacked a couple more chocolates in there and then put this in there, but you can do whatever you want, okay? So let's go ahead and get started, and let's start with the card first. We'll start with that first. So I have a couple different things here. I have our envelope, and then I have our piece of paper, which measures at 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. And how we're going to put that on is we are going to, let me get out my snail here, well, it's not snail adhesive, my Stampin seal. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to open up the envelope like this, and I'm actually going to put some right across here and right across here. Then I'm just going to line it up to the line of the top of the envelope. And I'm going to... Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I knew that was coming and I was like paused and I'm like, oh, so sorry about that. All right, so now that we applied that like that, we are going to go ahead and we're going to flip it over and we're going to just trim off the edge here. So you're just going to take your paper snips and you're just going to trim off the edge. All right, so there's that little spot right there. You ever sneeze and then all of a sudden you get really stuffed up? That's been happening a lot to me lately. Now I feel all like stuffy. Oh well, the show must go on, right? The cards must go on. All right, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to start with this. Now, these are the pieces that I have, so let me set my envelope aside here. So I have our card base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to use my bone folder just to kind of make that flatter. Now, I have 2 pieces of Whisper White. One is going to go on the inside of the card, and then the other one is going to go on the outside of the card. So on the inside of the card, we are going to stamp, friends and family are the truest gifts of Christmas. But on the outside, I don't know if you guys could see this, we're actually going to use the Winter Snow embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get that out. I keep looking on my screen up here and it looks like I'm freezing, and I hope that's not a problem. So let's go ahead and stamp the inside image first. We are using real red today, so we're going to stamp the inside image first. I always recommend stamping first before you put your piece in. And the reason why is because if you mess up or something or you smear it, you can always flip it over. Both these pieces here measure at 4 by 5 1/4. All right. I always feel like I feel like I get this crooked every time. You know what? Let's flip it over and try it again. Let's line that up because I feel like it's crooked. There we go. That's better. I think that's better. I like that side better. So now let's go ahead and we're going to put that in our card. And just like that. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to get our cut and emboss machine out so that we can emboss this. But before we do that, I do want to show you, because we're going to do a couple things at once. So right here we have a couple different things. First of all, these are just the extra pieces that I had from cutting from another card. And this is what I'm going to use for the postage stamp to punch these out. So that's kind of nice. Then we're going to use this one here to do the scallop circle. And I have this layering circle dies right here. So we're going to use this one, the big one. Well, it's not like the largest one, but we're going to use this one for this, and then we're going to use this one for the red. Both of these are scalloped. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set these aside up here, and we're going to have to do 2 different things with the cut and emboss machine. So I'm going to grab that. So first of all, let's go ahead and do our dies because I have my plate set up for the dies. So it always tells you on your machine, they're all numbered, and it gives you like a diagram, and it tells you which plates to use. So for using the dies, you need plate 1, plate 2, plate 3, which is a clear, but this is also plate 3. So you're going to need plate 3 for both. Whenever you're using the dies, you need both of the plate 3s because you're just kind of making a sandwich like a cookie here. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to run these through. Right. And we don't need these circle dies anymore, so I'm going to set those aside. Don't need these, but we will need these. So we're going to set these 2 pieces aside. Now we're going to need the embossing folder, the Winter Snow embossing folder. I love this. I use this a lot. Okay, so for the embossing folder, because this is not a 3D embossing folder, it's a thinner embossing folder, you're going to use 1 and both the 3. So here's my 1. So basically I'm just taking out 2. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. And we're going to just run that through. I really like this cut and emboss machine. I really like it a lot. All right. And I think it's pretty. I love how the sides fold up, so it's easy to travel with. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull that out. Now I'm not popping this up on the card. So we're going to bring our card back. And you know what I just realized? I just realized I stamped this the wrong way. I stamped this going up and down instead of making the card go like this. But that's okay, because I don't know if you noticed, we're going to do something different. I actually did this once for an entire hostess club where I made 4 cards, and really I only made 2 cards, but I made 1 card going this way and 1 card going this way. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on, because it doesn't matter which way your card goes with a card like this, so you can just give it a different look. Oops, I'm going to close this ink pad up right here. All right, so before we get started here, let's do some punching. And we're going to get out our postage stamp. Punch, not stamp, sorry. We're going to get that out. And it doesn't matter if you go this way or if you go this way. I had them going this way the first time, but you know what? It doesn't even matter. So we have 1, 2. I love this pattern, the green gingham. That's probably my favorite out of the entire thing. And then my second favorite would be this polka dot. All right, and then there's that. So we'll get those out of the way. All right, so now we just have the stamping, and we have to stamp Surround Yourself in Love for the Season. And we're going to use our mossy metal for that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp that image. And I just have a scrap piece of white paper. Okay. And then we're going to use our 1.5 inch circle punch. Because that is what we're going to use to cut this image out. Okay. All right, so now we need our dimensionals because we're going to layer up this center here. So I want to layer this piece that we just stamped. I want to layer it onto the real red. And then I want to layer the real red onto the green polka dot, just like that, okay? Now these I'm going to lay flat, so I'm going to flip them over to the ones I want. So I want the stripe and I want that, okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put some adhesive on there. Oh, not that much, that's a little strong. I just ripped that. All right. Oh, you know what? Give me a second. I'm going to get my regular Stampin' Seal. That one's Stampin' Seal Plus, and I think it's a little too strong for this designer series paper, which it is meant for stronger projects, so maybe I shouldn't have been using that, huh? All right. So I'm going to put this one in the bottom corner, and I'm going to put this one at the top corner. And then I'm going to put the stripe over here. And then we'll do this checkered one down here. And then on the back of this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop that up as well. Okay. And we're just going to center that like that. I just realized this one's a little crooked. There we go. And there you go. So, pretty easy card. I mean, you could sit there and watch TV and do all your punching. So here you have it going this way, and here you have one going that way. Just like that. All right, let's move on to the tin.
I'm not sure I understand.
That is my watch. That is Siri, my watch. She likes to talk to me sometimes. It's all good. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the tin. I think the tin is so adorable. And I have some scrap pieces of paper here, and I'm going to show you what those are for. So first of all, we have this piece right here, which I originally had written down the measurements, but I don't know what I did with them. Maybe they're on the back. No. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the measurements are 2.5 by 3 and... Oh my gosh, this is where I get so confused. It is, no, I don't even know. I have to look at my rule. I have to look at my chart. I'm really terrible when it comes to like 1/16 or 7/8. Like when it comes to that stuff, I'm so bad at it. And you know what? I'll just admit it. I know I'm not the only one that's terrible at it in this world. I will put the measurements of that anyway in the description. So, all right. So we are going to use the detailed trio punch because I want the corners to be round, just like I want, or just like the tin is round. Yeah, I'm terrible. I actually have a picture. It's like of a ruler that tells you like what all that is, because, and you'd think I would have it memorized for all the projects and things I've been doing, but no, I don't. So, all right. So now we're going to want to attach that to the tin. And you can attach it now to the tin if you want, or if you want to wait, you can wait. I'm just going to go ahead and attach it because doesn't matter to me. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to attach that to the top of the tin. There we go. All right, so now we do need a couple pieces here. So for this piece and the gingham piece, we are going to use 2 pieces out of our Tasteful labels. We're going to use this one for the Mossy Meadow piece. And then we're going to use this little stitched scallopy shape circle for this one. Okay, that's what we're going to use for this one. For this one, we are going to use the scallop heartfelt punch for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to punch that out because now I have my heart. This is going to be the piece that we are going to stamp our image on. And then this one here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to create like a banner for it. But let's go ahead and let's move these out of the way. And I'm going to bring back the cut and emboss machine so that we can go ahead and we can cut and emboss these out. So let's go ahead and put those in there. All right. Run those through. Okay. This is my favorite time of year, is like Christmas. I love Christmas. It is truly my favorite, and I love making Christmas stuff. I have so much fun. So it was perfect when I first started counting how many Wednesdays the first week of October, and I was like, oh, it's like 12 days of Christmas, only we're going to do 12 weeks of Christmas. All right, so Your Days Be Merry. We're going to go ahead and stamp that on just, again, a scrap piece of Whisper white paper, and we're going to do that in our Real Red. We're going to use our punch again, the 1.5 inch circle punch, and we're going to punch that out. Okay. All right, so now we pretty much have everything. We're going to layer it up because whenever it's like a little treat or container, I like to layer things up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put dimensionals on the piece we just stamped. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them over the top of this little gingham piece. Okay. Now I want to pop that up, and I want to pop that up onto the heart, the scallop heart. All right, like that. Now I want to pop up the scallop heart onto the Mossy Meadow piece we just cut out of that Tasteful Labels dies, which are one of my favorite dies. Them and Stitch So Sweetly. So there we have that part. Now we need to do our background here. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out my triple banner punch, and I'm just going to make sure that's in the center, which it wasn't quite in the center. So there we go. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. The stripes are throwing me off on my center. There we go. And I literally attached this on flat. I just attached that on flat. So I just went like this. But now I'm going to pop this up. Okay. And we're going to put one in the middle. We don't want no saggy center. All right. And we'll just place it like that. And voila, you have a cute decorated tin, again, that you can put a gift card in, some chocolates, some candies. You can put money in it. You could put whatever you want in it. That will fit. All right. So this is your Weekly Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoyed the projects. Again, this is wrapped in Christmas. You can find all of these products right on my blog at amandasinspirationstation.com. You can shop right there. I always have an open hostess code. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed today. If you are watching this on a replay, thank you so much. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Actually, let me put myself back on there. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you are not part of my mailing list, if you go to amandasinspirationstation.com, right on my blog, it'll pop up on the side there. You just put your email in, and that's where I'll do newsletters, classes, events, to-go classes, all like specials, anything that is going on is where I post to. So thank you so much, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.